this time, Reverend Bennett, will you lead us in prayer?
Father, this is your son Jesus that we come give you glory and honor tonight. God, we need you to be in the meeting on tonight, Father God. Where you put our hearts and minds on one accord, Father. We give you glory, we give you honor, God. Lord, just teach us what to say, when to say, and how to say, Father. We thank you for this day. We thank you for waking us up. We thank you for our lay down, rest, last stand. Just be with us, Father God. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. At this time, need approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Need a second. All in favor? Need approval of the consent agenda, that's item A through C. Approval of the minutes, approval of the annual software report, approval of close of resolution of Hampton B. Library Spring Cleaning Community Yard Sale. Need a motion to approve.
I made that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Public comments?
None at this time.
All right. Next, that we need a motion to go into public hearing.
Make a motion to go into public hearing.
I second.
All in favor? We're now in public hearing, proposed rezoning request property for Washington Street between Ms. Knowles, Saint, and McLaurin to be rezoned from RA2 to R6 and to reduce the lot width from 60 to 50 to be a single wide home.
Mayor, I'm calling Mr. Hugh James. He is our zoning administrator. He will elaborate on this item.
Mayor,
Yeah, so, Connor's not here, I think he's got something in Charlotte, he has to attend. We, set up a meeting for the planning board and, January 26th, and I did not have a quorum. What people I had there, will vote for it, but anyway, Mastermind Properties, which is, they asking for this property, I hope y'all got the map, y'all got the map?
Yes, sir.
All from college down here. And he wants to rezone it from R8 to R6. Then he wants a variance in the lot width, R6 lot width minimum is 60 feet. He wants to go to 50 feet. So he can optimize the number of houses he can put on, but he can still meet setbacks for the size house as R6. He has to do that. That's what he's asking for.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Well, he wants, split this up, he'll subdivide into lots and build, I think, 4 houses. That's what he's asking for.
How many can he build now?
Sir?
How many can he build if we keep it the way we are zoning for the law?
Well, until it's subdivided, he can build 1, but he's not coming back and ask for it to be subdivided. Well, it's be a minor subdivision. Everything else is fine, minor, you don't have to give it to him.
So,
He could right now, just without being subdivided, build 1, but he can subdivide it into 60-foot lots, which is R8. I mean,
R6.
R6 is 60-foot, R8 is 80-foot. And
I'm asking specifically about the R6 to the 60 to the 50
he
feet.
wanted to reduce the lot size to 10 foot.
make it so it can be a more house.
He can put more houses on that one side.
What's the, acreage of that lot, the total lot?
Approximately 1.2 acres now,
Are they gonna be houses or apartments?
house, single family homes.
Would it get him your room?
It'll be small, but it'll meet the setbacks inside. The size of the house, he's building a small house on that lot. You'll be stacking them in there.
Do they have certain age of family can move in houses?
Most times, these they're sold before they build them. He's buying property all over town.
Mr. Fire Marshal, may I ask?
Can I, go ahead.
Yeah, Fire Marshal, with that type, you being able to get in there and if there's something happen, would that be enough space?
Well,
that's what I was getting ready to ask Mr. James. What's the separation distance between the two homes?
I think it's 8 foot on the side. I wish I'd bought my sheet with me, but I didn't.
8 foot in between each home?
Yeah, no, it'd be 16 foot.
16 foot
Yeah, it's 8
between each
foot on
home?
the side yards, on each side of the house, be 8 foot between the house and property lines, so you'd have 16 foot
So,
between the house.
in my personal experience, or in my professional experience here, 16 feet between each home, if one home catches on fire, the radiant heat that's coming off that one house on fire is gonna affect the house that is directly next to it. There could be some potential flame exposures coming from one house to the other, which could impose a chain reaction of approximately, 4 or 5 homes. That could be a significant issue that we're faced with here.
That's why I asked the question.
Yes, sir.
That's like.
That's where I was going, I was listening, and
That's what
you looked at me.
If you look at those houses on Madison Avenue and China Street down there, they are stacked in that, well, they were old houses to begin with,
It'd be down there for years and years.
years and years.
But we had that situation on Old Osborne Road when that house caught on fire and it caught the next one on fire.
Yes, ma'am.
But,
So that is a concern.
Chief, can I ask you one other question?
Okay.
With him building those houses in that area, our infrastructure as far as sewer and water, can we do that too?
oh yeah,
They can handle it, no problem, nothing running out of no manhole anywhere? Okay.
well, yeah. Can't guarantee that, but no,
We
the
just had trouble with
infrastructure
it
now
before.
on Washington Street will support more of those houses.
So we really have to think about safety before we build houses. Like you said, one catch on fire, the other can catch on fire.
Well, that's true.
So we have to think about safety, how much space we're gonna have, you know, because you want some yard in there, and if a fire start, will the fire department be able to get down in there to put it out, you know?
The depth of these lots, I'm maybe misspeaking for Scott, but, you know, I think they can reach everything from the road, you have driveways, but these houses probably won't be set back far off the road.
And he was expecting to build 4 homes in that lot.
I suppose there's gonna be a certain amount off of the road.
Yeah, there's front yard, rear yard setbacks, they have to be for the road. I wish I'd brought my sheet back.
So can you give us an example of houses, set up in this manner currently? So my question is gonna be, has it been an issue, with the fire department
So like
servicing?
Scott said, if you get out of Madison Avenue, a child.
I know where you are, yeah.
All those they were existing, but if you have an existing lot now that's 40 foot wide, I can't stop you from building on it. But you got to meet the setbacks of R6 going to the zone.
The 10 feet is the issue.
Just the number of feet between the houses. If you've got vinyl siding on, more likely you'll melt the side on the houses between the two houses. Might hit 3 of them, I don't know. Might catch them on fire, I know.
So I'm confused again. Are we talking about 10 feet from the road, or are we talking about the 10 feet in between the
Talking
houses?
about between the
Between the
houses.
houses.
Between the houses.
So
How much is the house gonna sell for?
Sir,
How much?
how much we sell it for? I think around 200,000, I
Well,
believe.
I got a good idea. Okay, you're gonna build 800,000. Okay? He could build, I didn't build that poorhouse for 800,000. Tell him now, you got to donate 400,000 to the town of Waynesboro. You know, if you want a willing deal,
I
yeah.
can't speak for him.
Yeah, I speak for him. If you wanna build something, you gotta have to give something.
Hugh, just so I'm looking at this, they said they want to rezone from R8 to R6.
Right, that's correct.
Okay.
So, Mr. James, did, the zoning board, did they rule on this, or they just?
No, they didn't have a quorum.
Okay.
I called everybody, they said they'd come in, but I didn't have enough to have a quorum.
And just for clarity, we're talking about the space in between houses.
The house.
So he wants to split this parcel up.
Yes, sir.
And then for clarification, Chief Mark, the way he described to me was the space between the houses from me to where Mr. Miller is sitting, that's how far that distance would be.
Yes, sir, about 16.
Yeah, so, council, that's up to your,
It's houses in that type of space currently, correct?
There are.
Not no issue. We do have a housing issue in Wadesboro, correct?
That's correct.
From my understanding, we have a housing issue in Wadesboro, you know, people, don't have homes.
But the city can't afford it, but you got a job issue too. So
So,
think about it.
can we deny going from R eight to R six, and he can still split the lots in half instead of, doing 4 lots? Is that a,
You could go from R8 to R6 and keep, the setbacks will be the same. Setbacks will be the same. He just wants to use smaller to get another lot in there.
that's not what I asked. Can we keep it at R eight?
Yeah, he
And
can
still,
build on, he can build on R8, but he won't be able to build them in.
that's, okay, that's,
He just
If he stated already, he can build 3, not 4.
probably.
yeah, okay.
Will he build,
Deny his request.
will he build,
He owns the property for all around there. I assume he will.
will he build if it's 3 versus 4? That's my question, you don't know, you ain't talking about that.
I mean,
I'm
it'd
not,
be,
he bought property, I'm working on 4, request right now for coming up, but y'all see it in March. He bought property on Shepherd, and Bennett, 2 lots on Bennett, Shepherd, and, he wants to do the same thing. And he was calling me about a lot on Sinclair, about water and sewer on Sinclair. So he, you know, we're becoming better and quicker, Union County sharp, real quick.
Y'all like to have some discussion on it?
Well, we got to, are you finished? Any more questions for
I'm
Mr.
telling you,
James?
y'all don't have any.
No, I don't have no more questions.
I think
Y'all
we
like to
need to,
discuss before we
I
make a
think we
motion?
need to think about safety too, because, Scott knows more about safety than we do. We're not firefighters. I know we need houses, but we also got to get safety.
Well, we will come out of closed session and then we'll discuss. I mean, public, yes, we'll come out,
So
need a
you want
motion.
to table this?
No, we're gonna come out of public hearing and then we will come to discuss it.
Oh, okay, okay. I make a motion, we come out of public hearing.
What's that?
All in favor?
Aye.
We're now at the public hearing, and now, I think it's down on approval of new business. We will table it to down to new business, where you see new business down there, we'll bring it back then, okay? All right? All right, old business, to approve a resolution amendment personnel policy.
Yeah, Mayor, remember, council, you have in your packet, we're just amending some of the language in the personnel policy.
Is that all the way from?
From,
1, 2, 3, and 4? Y'all see that?
We talking about old business, correct?
Old business, item 1, 2, 3, and 4, approval of the personnel policy.
this is making amendments to what we already had voted on.
Yes, sir. So, and just some of the things that, we kind of wanted to change.
That's all, hey,
What's one about?
So, the one,
May I speak this one?
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the one is, per our old policy, we had, taken out that if anybody that worked for us was like, in your capacity, they could still be able to work for us. So we took it out, so it came about because we had an employee that was a commissioner, and he worked for us part-time. So to keep him here, they struck it out, so he would be able to work and be able to be a commissioner. And we just forgot to take it out when we did the new policy. It was an oversight. So it was taken out in the original policy. And it was just an oversight in this one.
any more questions? 2, 3, and 4.
What about B? I want to know about B.
All right, B is,
After 4.
all right, B was, it made it clear because the way it was looking at it, the town matches 5%. And the way it reads, it looks like, we cleaned it up to make it read better, because other than law enforcement, because law enforcement's at the top where they get 5%, but we cleaned it up so the employees will know that read it, that they get that 5% too. So not, it's everybody, not just police officers. So that was just a little cleaning up part.
As it relates to the supplement.
Yeah, yeah. And on the next section, I mean, we just removed the town manager and put me as doing the filing for the workers' comp.
The HR man.
Yeah,
You talking about on B?
Yeah,
You talking
workers'
about
compensation.
approval to end contract?
Yeah, I'm asking about approval in contract with Athletic.
oh, I don't know about that, I thought y'all were still talking about that, oh, my apologies.
Oh, so,
Yeah, I thought y'all were still talking about that.
Yeah, he said B right here in the old business.
Correct.
I'm sorry, Garrett,
No problem.
We should probably go on that.
you should go on
Yeah.
A first, and then we haven't gotten to B yet.
Need a motion to approve A.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Down to item B, approval to end the contract
Yeah.
for scheduling software for Policy Fire Department.
I'll let Mr. Chief Martin speak on that.
Mayor, council, this here is something that is 2 police department administrations ago. They wanted some scheduling software to help, keep track of who was working, when they were working, who was taking off, when they're taking off. And so they're wanting us to partnership with them, so we've done that. And now that, that regime has gone, the fire department really does not have a need for a scheduling software system for that, because we have an app that we're utilizing that doesn't cost us any money. And so Chief Childers probably doesn't even know anything about it since he's been here. Nobody's utilized it. We tried to get it up and running with the administration prior to Chief Childers. They didn't want anything to do with it because it was very convoluted, very hard to understand. And so the contract is coming up for expiration, and so I was talking to Mr. Ross about it, and we both agreed that the best decision is to go ahead and end that contract. And so that's what this is for, is bringing you guys to approve ending the contract.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Need a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor? All right, back down to new business, the item that we discussed in public hearing. Now is to approve of the resolution of rezoning the property on Washington Street into with McLaurin rezoning from R8 to R6 to reduce the lot width from 60 to 50 to be a single-family homes.
Mr. Connor is,
I'm his dad.
yeah, right, yeah.
Ernest Bradley,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
if you wanna speak on that, so they had further discussion, earlier about this, so we wanna, if you can give us some clarity in terms of what you guys want to do with the parcel. I know you wanna split it up, but just kinda go into what you guys wanna do with the parcel.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and for the record, I'm the builder, and my son handles a lot of
Exactly.
that part of it, so he's got class in Charlotte, and I'm here, so apologize for being late, but, currently now, my understanding, we can do 3 there, and we're asking to do an additional one.
Okay.
And as far as the setbacks, and I believe he can correct me if I'm wrong, but, the side setbacks are 10 foot? 8 foot, okay, 8 foot, right. So, but with the size of our house, it's 28 foot wide, this house, so we can actually be around 12 to 13 feet off of the line. So if you're looking at 2 houses and the line is in between, this one is gonna be, say, 12 feet, and this will be 12 feet, so it'll be about 24 to 25 feet apart, the houses.
How many square foot you home?
The house square foot, 1232 for these houses, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. I have a picture I brought at the last meeting, if anybody would like to see them.
Is that different from what you just told me?
so we didn't know exactly what the separation distance was. He just clarified the separation distance was gonna be
12 feet.
It's gonna be 12 foot off the property line, so 24 foot
24.
separation distance.
Okay, with that in mind,
Go ahead.
can you operate?
I've got a couple of questions that I would like him to clarify, if he don't mind.
Please.
So looking at the map, you mind if I?
Sure, yes, sir.
So looking at the map, there's only one way into this parcel and one way out of this parcel. What is your plans for adding egress into this parcel for residents, as well as for us, on the fire department and police department side?
Right, okay, each, right, yeah, each parcel will have a concrete driveway. It'd be 10 feet, it flares out at the road to 14 feet, for that. But, yeah, each one has its own dedicated driveway.
Okay.
There's no shared driveway or anything on that.
How far off of the roadway are you looking
Safety concern,
I was gonna say the front setback, yeah, once it's 25 feet. 25, which would be, you know, the property line is not right on
That's
the
correct.
road, you know where it is, so it'd be 25 feet from that, so it would be, you know, sorry, I don't know exactly,
No,
but.
that's fine.
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
So,
chief.
based on my experience, you know, here in Wadesboro, you asked earlier, we do have houses that are a lot closer than that. We're always gonna have an issue, of a house fire having radiant heat transferred to another house, regardless of where we are, if they're built that close. I don't foresee this being a significant issue. The one thing that I can tell you is right there where he's looking to build, there is a fire hydrant, I'm wanting to say almost in the front yard
I
of this
think there
property.
is. Matter of fact, one of them, we're gonna have to navigate the driveway a little bit, cause it's literally right there.
And that's what I was getting ready to say, so you've got adequate water supply there, that is a pretty decent line, Mr. James, you remember what size line that is? I was gonna say, I think it was a 6 or 8 inch, so there's plenty of water on site, there, so I don't potentially see any issues with that.
And what they're saying too, so the property line, it's gotta be, you say 10,
25 feet, I like front yard setback.
12, so 12, and 12, this house, 12, that house, and you have.
On the sides, yes.
Any discussion amongst council people?
Yeah, how much is you gonna say on highway stuff?
It's low twos, right there, like 209, I think is the asking price for that. Once again, I think that's Connor's question there, it's either 199 or it's 209, I don't remember which one it was. I know we do have, he did make sure, the upgrades will be the concrete driveway, which they're not charged anything extra for that. The concrete drive all the way to the house, to the road, and there's some upgrades in the house, he told me, like a ceramic tile, a backsplash in the kitchen, possibly, something like that, so.
Y'all got some holes in this area then,
Yes, sir.
and every one of them face North Washington.
Yes, correct, all the front doors will be right towards Washington, yes, sir.
Council, my opinion is that if we could kick it back to the planning board, Mr. James could get the planning board back involved, if not, that's just my, let's kick it back to the planning board, and let the planning board okay it. If not, if you don't wanna do that, we need to, do it now.
We need houses.
We need to do it.
Can't you, okay, since y'all want to build a house, okay? And this is where I believe it is. Now, you're gonna sell for about 200,000, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I ain't got nothing against that, but can't y'all, you know, give the town or Waynesboro maybe 250,000 per gesture? You know, I'm asking, hey, you don't know till you ask.
A good gesture, you
Yeah,
said?
good gesture, hey. You know, it's business. It's business, I'm serious.
Yeah, well,
No,
I think in the county, that would be in the red.
Well, I didn't,
But you don't know until you ask.
that's right,
That's
hey,
right.
you might want to get 150,000, you never know. Good gesture.
Yeah, I know, well, with the water and the sewer and the tap fees and the building permits and all that, I mean, that's a good start. That'd be a down payment.
You know, hey,
Yes, sir.
that's me.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
What's your name again?
Ernest Bradley.
Everybody's ready for question
Thank you,
now.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
We need a vote.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
All in favor?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We need affordable housing in Wadesboro.
Yes, sir. And the young families, they really appreciate it. They
We do.
They truly do.
Yeah, thank you for
Yes,
what
sir.
you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, down to B,
I was just saying.
approval of the town of Wadesboro uniform guidance policy.
Mayor, Members of Council, this is a uniform guidance procurement policy that we need to implement to be in compliance with our federal and state grants.
We needed to be in compliance.
That's correct.
And I make a motion that we approve it.
And this is just laws and everything that we gotta go by.
That's correct.
Got it, okay.
All the thresholds and everything.
Got a
Been
second.
moved in second, all in favor? All right. Approval to purchase fire equipment from restricted fund balance.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
Actually, we covered C and D actually.
Mayor and council, we prior had approved the purchase of a police truck, and these amendments that I'm looking to get approved are, one, to approve us to go ahead and put the PO in and write the check and get the truck for Mr. Childers and the police department, as well as Scott Martin, Chief Martin would like to purchase some life-saving equipment out of his restricted funding that will allow for him to properly do his job further into the future, because he's got some, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Martin, but it's aged out. So you're looking to replace that and have some to carry us into the future.
What are we replacing this aged guy?
It's, I'll speak on that real quick. So this is the jaws of life, right?
Okay.
And so,
That's enough,
yes, sir.
that's enough, I know it, that's all I need.
So all we're looking to do is replace those items and then also purchase the police truck and go ahead and get that rolling. So that's what this amendment is for. I'm just here to disclose that it is restricted funding or restricted fund balance.
What does the fire department restricted fund balance come from? You know, the only reason I'm asking, because it's all tied into one.
So those restricted funds back in 2014, you have my papers with you. In 2014, the town council allotted, I believe it was $50,000, to be solely for the fire department and any future equipment or endeavors that they needed. And so what we're looking to do is to replace our spreaders and cutters, which are formerly known to the general public as the jaws of life. What we want to do is get a newer set that can help with these modern vehicles. They have stronger metals in them, harder to cut, harder to spread, harder to make it for us to get in there to actually access the patient. And so these tools are gonna do it. And Miss Danielle Bennett brought this to my attention several years ago, that, hey, you have these restricted funds, you're not doing anything with them, so on and so forth. And so the need come for us to update our equipment, and that's what we wanna do, and that's what we wanna spend those funds on, is to update the jaws of life.
Okay.
And the police comes from controlled substance taxes and federal forfeited assets and drug forfeitures, things like that.
Can I ask one question about that? If that money can only be used for you, if we actually pose a vote on that, is that something that should come to us?
Me and Mr. Ross talked, it's just a courtesy to you guys, but by law, no, you don't have to.
Okay, I just don't.
So did you just cover D with the approval of, we need a motion for C? To approve.
Pick up. You want to pick up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I made a motion before.
No.
No, this, okay, I make a motion for the, to get a new pickup for the Waynesboro Police Department.
All in favor?
And this is for the
And
approval.
for the jaws of life.
For the jaws of life, too.
This is, we already been approved to go ahead and purchase the truck.
Okay.
We need approval to purchase the jaws of life, and then approval of the amendment to purchase stuff.
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the jaws of life. Amendment.
Yes, sir.
It's been seconded.
All in favor? Down here too, we just done the vote. Approval of the budget minutes for the police vehicle and the fire equipment at A and C and D. Yeah. Now, Chief Martin, back up.
Mayor and council, we've got several different things here, to talk to you guys tonight about. The first one is gonna be a live burn, that we're gonna do in over on Maple Lane. The house is 1000 Maple Lane. If you guys remember, Mr. Snuggs, and Ms. Bennett, it's right down the street from you. About a year ago, give or take, I brought it to you guys' attention, the lady approached us wanting to get rid of this house, donate it to the fire department. There's several things that we have to do in order to get approval from the state to do that. We finally got our NESHAP permit, which is basically a permit from the state saying that we can burn it. And then once I get that, I can send it off to air quality and get approval for it. There's not gonna be any issues there with air quality because I have my ESHAP permit. And so I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention to let you know that March the 14th, is a Saturday. And that is the day that we're gonna burn this house. You guys gave us permission, to seek into this endeavor about a year ago, so I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention now. Do you guys have any questions or comments about that?
I appreciate you getting it done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I hate it's taken, and like I told Mr. Bennett, I said, I'm sorry it's taken a year, but waiting on the state and permitting and stuff, and that's just kind of where we are.
That's burned, cleaned up.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna burn the structure. Anything remaining, which is gonna be the foundation and the chimneys, that is on the property owner, to get cleaned up. So outside of that's, helping her, get rid of some of that stuff, but as far as, getting rid of the remnants of the chimneys, the foundation, that's not on us.
So the wood and all that, just, once it's burned, whatever doesn't burn is there.
That is correct, and that's for the property owner to clean up. And from my conversations with her, she's planning on cleaning that lot up, and then I think she was gonna turn around and sell it. That's been a while since we've had that particular
Okay.
conversation, but that was something that we had had.
Okay. I just wanted to see if it's gonna be cleaned up.
Thank you, sir.
Also, I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, I'm glad Mr. James is here, because he can help me out with this one. I brought it to Mr. Ross's attention, the well at the city pond, which serves our drinking water, there at the facilities, as well as the bathrooms and stuff. Mr. James, do you mind helping me out with this just a little bit, since you know a lot more about it than I do?
That well, the existing old well is a real shallow well, and it pumps for years and years and years, pump red muddy water into the building, it's about to run all the fixtures in there. Before I left, I had a new well drilled, and, I put money in the budget to, put it in operation, but I left and didn't get it done, so that's where we stand. We gotta have a new well, got to have a pump and all put in it, and then, I take water, I can get a water sample, health department, take a water sample, got it chlorinated in a water sample, and then they'll say, well, we use it, we use it.
What it cost to dig that well?
I don't know.
So
It was budgeted, I don't know, 250 foot deep, I believe, but, the water table on 52 foot down to the water, and it should be really well.
Mr. Ross, is that gonna come from our, fund balance or from
I budgeted
sewer and
money,
water?
I budgeted money into,
So we currently have money within the Parks and Recreation, budget, the general budget, to do this, and so all I was wanting to do is bring it to your guys' attention to let you know what we are doing.
Oh, okay.
So this is in the parks. It's the well, you're thinking water, but it's in the Parks and Recreation Department, right? Mr.
So there's no, so y'all know how far the city pond, building is off of the road. There's no domestic water down there, and so that's why we're having to use a well to supply our water to use.
It's
the
already
restroom.
drilled there. just-
Yeah, it's been drilled, all we're doing is just installing the new components to make water come out of the ground. I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention so you are aware of it, that we're getting ready to do that.
You aware of it, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. I don't. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
So,
No.
We ain't got to vote on it.
We ain't got to vote.
No, there's no vote, just a
I
courtesy
just
bringing
bring
it to your guys'
it
attention.
beautiful.
Just being transparent, making, council aware.
Love it.
Next, y'all know we've had two significant weather events, snow and ice here in town. Of those two events, knock on wood, we've had no issues, with any of our personnel, any of our equipment or anything there, so everything went smooth with those. John and his, guys on the street department did a wonderful job getting the streets plowed. I know some people said they didn't do it quick enough, but if it's ice and there's nothing there, we can't plow ice, we can plow snow, so I do wanna give, props to those guys for taking care of that and getting that done there. Lastly, I know I wanna bring it to your guys' attention, smoke alarms. We've had a lot of people calling wanting smoke alarms. We have put the request in to Red Cross to get smoke alarms. They are just not really fast in responding. A lot of that goes back to these two weather events. Several shelters were open across the state, and so Red Cross helps with those shelters as they get all their resources put back in the staging and everything for the next issue. Then they'll jump back on their smoke alarm program and get us smoke alarms. So if you guys have constituents that are asking, hey, I've called the fire department for smoke alarms, they ain't helping me. Just know that we are helping. We're just waiting on Red Cross to get them to us. I just wanted to, again, be transparent with you guys, let you know, hey, we're kind of waiting on Red Cross at this point. So that's all I've got, unless somebody has anything else.
I don't know which one this would go to. The leaf truck, where we at with that?
So the leaf truck is 75% operational. With that being said, what has happened is that leaf truck operates on an arm and it has a big vacuum that sucks up the leaves. That arm operates on a cable or a chain. The chain has broke. We have fixed it to get us by. The problem is the manufacturer of the leaf machine calls its part supplier. The part supplier will not call the manufacturer back. And so I've talked to Nick multiple times, the town mechanic, about it, and he's like, Scott, I don't know what else to do. So give me the phone number. I've called them. I've talked to the part supplier folks. They're not answering the phone. You leave messages, they don't return your phone calls, so on and so forth.
Who you call, Scott?
It's in that notebook. I don't know what.
Charlotte.
It-
Carolina Equipment, oh.
I can get it, we can talk after this. I don't know exactly what the name of the company is, but
Company Charlotte Rex is in Charlotte. It's an ODB machine that we've had for a while.
that's.
Y'all better buy that double chain from Monroe, you can't buy it. They don't have them.
That's what I was getting ready to say. What we're looking to do, there were some streets that needed to get taken care of relatively quick over in Wayville area. They were getting that taken care of today. I don't know if it got done or not. I have not followed up on it. But they were working on getting that taken care of. And any of the other streets, I told them to ride real quick, get the big stuff. Calvin's biggest concern is in order to operate that thing, because it's not at 100%, he's having to kind of slide a truck over into oncoming traffic, which poses a safety issue for us, as well as the general public. So like I told him, hey, we can hold off on some of the high risk areas. Let's get all the ones that we know are backing up into the street. As soon as he gets caught up, we're gonna take it off, and I'm going somewhere to find out where. The finance man probably don't wanna hear it, but I'm going to find it so we can get it back running.
John Deere don't have that chain?
John Deere does not. I've already went up there with them. I went over to, a hydraulic place, in Rockingham that's done some of our work. They can't help us. From what I was told, we're gonna have to find somebody that works on forklifts that has that particular style of chain, because that's what it is, it's some type of forklift chain. So we're working to find it, we haven't sourced it yet, because the manufacturer won't get back up to
We
us.
put maybe something out about that. I get quite a few calls. We've got people that's been waiting since November. Here we are, February.
Yes, sir, we can put something out on the webpage and also Facebook about, the condition of the truck. And this is just, another example of old and failing equipment, right? So we're trying to address that.
$2 million.
$200,000.
Well, maybe about time you start looking at it. You can't keep fixing it, band-aid it. You gotta keep on fixing it, you gotta lose it.
Any questions, comments, you guys? Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Miles, hold that thought until we do our budget. You're gonna go to budget Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What time?
2 o'clock. Just hold it, bring it.
Approximately.
Yeah, right.
Evening, Mayor and Council. The month of January, the police department had 851 calls for service. As Chief Martin said, we had to deal with the snow and ice several times, and I want to especially thank officers who worked extra shifts and helped cover to keep everybody safe during those times. Also to the fire chief, his staff, they kept us fed, and also provided some couches for some of the officers to stay in, it wasn't safe for them to drive home, so we appreciate, working with them, working together. Also, 2 weeks ago, we were able to, finalize, submit a burn jag grant. I don't wanna get you excited, I wanna be transparent with you. It's a total of $450,000 if we got it all, which is about a 0.5% chance. I spoke with the, guy that helped us with it, and I said, man, be real with me, what do you think we can qualify for? And he said, I see no problem whatsoever with y'all getting, $50,000. He said, I can't speak for the council of votes, but you apply, I mean, we put in, you say, what's it for? Well, we put in for, police radios. The one thing that our main target is, I know if you've been to Charlotte to the basketball game, football games, matter of fact, I went to a meeting at the college, I seen one set up at a construction site, a trailer that has a camera with a blue light on it. If we have a high crime area at, Thanksgiving, Christmas time in the parking lots where all the shoplifting that, setting it up there, that's, for putting in this grant, that's our main goal. I mean, that, if we get 50,000, that'll help us purchase that trailer. With the trailer, it is a monthly expense, but including that, it would give us 10 years of coverage. We wouldn't have to pay anything to the town for 10 years if awarded a grant and purchased a trailer, along with getting some more, flock cameras. That's the main goal. Now, if we get extra, then we can look at, whatever. So I don't want you to get too excited for 450,000 because the chances is very slim that we would get it, but we did apply for them, so, all I can say is no, but, he did seem very confident that we could probably get $50,000 to get that equipment, so that has been put in, as well. Many of you probably seen on our Facebook page, we were able to, design an app for our citizens. It has been a success. We were able to make an arrest yesterday off a tip that come through that app program that told us where a guy was at, that had several felony warrants, and the officer went out and they would pick him up. With that alert, we can get tips, we can get, if you're going, citizens is going on vacation, they can go on the app, put in for a security check at their home, it'll be sent immediately out to all the officers to go out and check. As well as if there's a house fire or a bad water leak, and we know the road's gonna be shut down, we can put it out there so the citizens can go on. We know how it is on Facebook, where they'll say, what's going on Caswell Street? We're about to put it out there and they'll know, that what's going on and why the road's closed. So it's just a app to help our citizens stay informed, but also to help, with our investigators and help get warrant served as it worked out for us yesterday. As you all know, February the 3rd, a little bit after 1 o'clock, we had a gentleman walk into the State Employees Credit Union and pass a note and ask for all the money or the people was gonna die. Thankfully, the clerk there at the bank, they go through training. She was able, while getting the money, to hit the panic alarm. And from the time the panic alarm was given out, our officers, thank God, was close enough to get there on scene. And I'll be very transparent with you. I was leaving the subway from eating lunch, and I said, I'm gonna go to that area. I'm gonna go to the backside. Just you know, it was a precaution. We had those alarms all the time, so I'm thinking they're gonna come back and say cancel itself by mistake, but they didn't. Within 2 minutes, they come back. From the time it was given out what happened, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time to put them in custody. So that was solved. I want to thank our officers for their timely response and getting information out, and just thank God being in the right place at the right time. So it worked out very well. So that's all I have for this month of January report. Anybody got any questions?
Just wanna thank you for your quick thinking. Appreciate you.
I told them that was an old school thing. Thank you all.
Mr. Griffin.
Good evening, forgive my tardiness, I was out on the north side of town, cut some water off, we had a water leak. So I was out there trying to handle that real quick, to give those guys a little bit of a head start while they got their materials and stuff to go together to go fix that. Pretty much everything is run pretty much status quo with water and sewer. We're in the process of trying to hire more people to fill slots open on our sewer department. We have some more interviews tomorrow. Water department is full staffs. They're doing pretty good. Was able to put out 2 crew reading meters a day. like everybody said, we lost days on account of weather. Weather set us back 3 days in a 28-day month is a little bit painstaking when it comes to getting meter tread on time and everything else, keep billing cycles going. I know some people talk about leaks. We're fixing leaks as quick as we can get to them. This particular one, I got called before I come to this meeting. Go out there and look and see what you think about that leak. I got out there and knew it had to be done immediately, so we started getting the water shut off. Like I said, they're on the way out there now to start repairing that, hopefully get through before it gets dark. The aging infrastructure is really starting to show itself, especially with these wild temperature spikes. A lot of people don't realize it. The ground and dirt is a dynamic creature. It moves a lot, especially with these bad weather swings we've been having, causes us some pipe breaks, and then you just add in the age of our infrastructure. But we are trying to stay on top of it. Hopefully we'll know something more about our AMR system this month. They told me it'd be middle of February. We're getting real close to that. Again, it ain't hard to get to the middle of February. You look around this year. So like I said, just trying to stay on top of those projects.
What about your, was you finished?
Yes, sir.
What about your overall condition of your fleet? From the garbage truck to the limb truck to everything that you have?
It depends on where you look and how you look. We are hurt for pickups. We hope we have funding set aside to take care of some of the pickup truck situation. We'll take current trucks that's in good enough shape, move them down to somebody else, spread out some new trucks. Our jet truck is all but done. I had to work on it yesterday to get it fixed, go wash the line out, and it got used today to wash 1 or 2 lines out. If we can get that truck, that'll be the last big ticket purchase we are. We have some stuff in our budget that we can look at tomorrow with the council. But like I said, if we can get a couple big pieces, we should be okay. Of course, those pickups will help out greatly.
Okay. All right. Next. Thank you. Jay?
Good evening, council. Hope everyone's doing well and survived the weather. I'm glad everyone's safe. Some logistics to get out of the way first. You'll notice you have a new packet in front of you from me. It's another budget with actuals real quick. It's, you'll see on the front of it, Fund 53, which is CDBG grant. It's a new packet. Debbie would have put it on your table before you got here. Just to address what that is, in looking at some of the findings and details on our audit and draft audit report that we were sent in management letter, we discovered that some things we needed to make sure were being provided at the meetings. That's one of them, offering a budget versus actual to the council and the mayor for all of our special projects as well. So that's something that I'm implementing now, making sure that we are knocking things off the list of our audit findings slowly but surely. So that's just one of the things that we're doing. So that's something new you'll be getting every time. It'll also help if we start talking about any of the projects. You can flip to the fund. That'll help you guys find where we're talking about those. On top of that, tomorrow, I know most of you should have received an email about the budget workshop. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., which will be right back in here. I would love anyone who can come, department heads, everybody. I'd love for everyone to be here. I'd love to talk about kind of where we're at. We've got a pretty much full expenditure report of our budget for 26, 27 ready to go. I would love to talk to council about all of your requests. If you would bring your request sheets and talk to me, we're gonna go down and I wanna hear everything everyone wants to put on the table, and we'll discuss thoroughly and where we stand. Mr. Ross and I have already had our meeting about where we stand, and we're prepared to bring that to you guys tomorrow. So very excited for that. And then an update on what Nick was talking about with our aging fleet and heavy equipment. The financing has been signed for those 4 pickups and that sewer jet truck. And Nick, we've got a sewer jet reserved in March for us. So we will have that sewer jet next month. We got that handled. The financing is sorted. I've been on the phone a good majority of the day today figuring out, because it's a new financing option that we've elected here in the town, and I've got that pretty much, so we're on track to have everything ready to go in the March meeting, and the day after the March meeting, we're putting in the orders for the 4 trucks and the sewer.
We think it'd be the turnover to get them in-house.
He could answer that better than me. I know we have a sewer jet reserve, but I don't know about the 4 pickups.
Yes, I don't know an actual date, but I was told we should have a truck within that month.
Within the month of March?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The 4 pickups will be 2 months out, so we're looking somewhere around May on that.
Thank you, sir.
That's why they're the best.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
a little time to compete.
There you go. And y'all know this as well as we do, we get the most out of our vehicles.
I thought that was a real blessing considering.
I ain't even gonna go there.
We thought we were gonna have to wait months for that sewer jet, so I thought that was a good blessing. Being able to get that pretty quick, so that's really gonna help making his guys out, so. Other than that, you have your normal 3 items from me, now 4 items, I'm gonna stop saying 3. You have your normal budget actual packet. You're gonna have your summary of where our finances are as of December 31st, 25. This is the last time we get to talk about 25 for a little bit. And then the memo, we're gonna kind of go through where we stand as far as our collections and where we are with our revenues, just like normal. So as of December 31st, revenue collected, we're at 2.22 million in our general fund. Expenditures at 3.28 million. We've encumbered $243.8 thousand, leaving us at a $1.06 million operating deficit. That's gonna be, like I said, every month it's gonna be that way until we get close to the end of the year, fiscal year. We're pretty much on track from where we were last year. So same thing there. More revenue will continue to still be collected. We've been getting some large checks of revenue in. Property taxes, we got a huge property tax check in 2 weeks ago, I think.
How much is left?
That one was I think a $200,000 check. We're receiving a lot of property and vehicle taxes are coming in now. So.
What percentage have they turned over to us of property taxes?
As far as where we are percentage wise?
Yes.
I'm not seeing my percentage on here, but I'll get that for you, and I'll let you know that after the meeting. I can look it up pretty quickly. But I know we're right around the 50% mark, if not a little bit over. So we're on track.
What's their collection rate? You know if they're collecting it or?
That's something that I haven't had the opportunity to look at quite yet, but I can get that answer for you.
If you're researching it.
Yeah, I've got all the revenue side of the upcoming 26-27 budget is something that is gonna be new for me, considering February 1st just came about. So the TR2 report for the taxes and all that stuff, I'm not gonna have information on that until we get with our tax administrator for the county. So that stuff, I'll have more answers for you once I get with them.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, moving on to our water sewer fund, our revenue collected 1.65 million. Water department splits the expenditures at 782.2 thousand. Sewer department 483.3 thousand. And then we've encumbered about $40.4 thousand, leaving us at about $389.3 thousand revenue exceeding our expenditures in that line. So our water sewer keeps on chugging, and that was one of the main factors why we went ahead and signed financing to start replacing some of our fleet, because we are really healthy in that fund. So that's not really good. As far as our cash and investments, pretty standard. We're sitting back at that 8.06 million. That number's back up from last report I gave to you, because we have finished going through and fixing the bank rec situation that we had going on. So that number will continue to look normal now. It should, and we're gonna make sure we stay on top of getting those done on time. So that's key. So that's marking an increase of $430.4 thousand compared to the same period last year. That's increases based on the interest that you invested. So, some things to note, some important stuff. As of today, our audit was submitted to LGC. So all supporting documentation, the AFR, DIR, all that stuff today has been submitted and completed. So you'll be getting updates on that. Our auditor, Janine Bennett, she'll be coming in to present the audit in April, the April meeting. She was going to do the March meeting, however, she's giving LGC time to read through our audited financial statements to look through any discrepancies or anything like that. So that will be coming in April. So be ready for that. So it'll be good.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Mr. Ross.
Yeah, so, Chief Morgan, Chief, Childers kind of stole my thunder, that relates to the storm. I wanna definitely, give kudos to our street department. The last snow event, they did a wonderful job. We were in constant contact the whole weekend, me and Scott and, John, and so just trying to make sure that people were safe and get the salt out there and try to, get the overpasses and the bridges, looked at. We don't have the equipment like big cities have, to, have a full-out blitz. But thank God for NCDOT, they did a phenomenal job as well. And we even provided, some lodging for them to stay here when they were, out here working. So just, overall, our, employees did a wonderful job in terms of, the last snow event. I really appreciate that. Jacob said, our audit is complete, and so we're looking to get that, to you guys, at the April meeting. Audit is a work in progress. It's been a challenge here for years, and it's gonna continue to do that. It's not gonna be fixed in a year or two. It's gonna take some time. So we're gonna keep working to do that, to fix those discrepancies. And then, lastly, everyone was emailed, about the committees that they wanna work on. And so what we have, as of today is, the mayor is gonna be on the Economic Development Committee and as well as the Parks and Recreation Committee. Mayor Pro Tem is gonna be on Public Safety, Economic Development, Finance Committees. Mr. Bennett is gonna be on Public Safety, Economic Development, Finance Committees. Ms. Garris, Public Safety, Economic Development, Finance, and People Fest.
I'm on PPP.
And Ms. Bennett on People Fest as well. And then, I didn't go far enough. Mr. Sellers is gonna be on Public Safety, Economic Development, and Finance, and Mr. Lyle's gonna be on, I've got Public Safety and People Fest. So we're trying to start to get some, notifications out for some of those meetings to start, and, if you wanna be a chair, please let me know of any committee that you are on. And with that, Mayor, that's all I have.
I got a question.
Yes.
Are we tentatively or scheduled for People Fest to happen 2026, or is that something gonna be 2027?
No,
It's gonna happen this year.
2026.
And we're
That's
gonna bring it
correct.
up to them tonight, so we can go ahead and start getting our committees together and start working on it.
Yeah, that's a hot button issue in the community.
Yeah, so last year, we, brought it to council for 2025, and then we were trying to get it, started for last year, but we kind of thought that we would need more planning. And so we kicked it to 2026.
My suggestion with that is, I would try to tie in the homecoming and the football schedule. It's when we had the biggest people coming home, so I would try to get, when it's homecoming, and try to tie it to that if possible. It may not be possible, but that has always worked for a big turnout, in my experience. So that's
I'm also gonna reach out to some of the shoulders that we're standing on that really help with people facing everything going on. Because they really know how to really set it up, and they can help us a whole lot.
In the past, when People Fest like October?
Yes, yeah.
October.
In
Homecoming.
the beginning, it was, People Fest, I don't know why they changed October Fest, but it's gonna be People Fest, cause it's about the people.
Always.
Well, we changed it because it was dwindling in the office. The town people had to do it. It wasn't a big committee or anything, people in there, so it was changed. That's why it was changed, but volunteers is gonna be the key. Getting people is gonna be the key. That's it.
Yes, sir.
We have, now it's time for mayor, council comments. Start with you, Ms. Bell.
I'm just, glad everything is going well, and I'm proud of my fire department department, cause they had to come to my house twice, because I got a lot of y'all, and the damn bill smoking in there, it hollers. I called them one day, I said, you don't have to come out. They said, we have to. I said, you don't have to. I mean, I just get just a little bit of smoke, and it just, is a long haul. But, I thank y'all for showing up. Let me know that y'all on the job, y'all there. When you need to be there, that you always come. And so, I'm just proud of the board. I'm proud of you, Mr. Waller, what you doing for the board. And I just hope that we just come together as a board and do what we need to do for the people. Because the people are hurting now. And so it's up to us to make sure we get something going here in the county. Maybe some jobs or something, you know. I know we're not open, but we can push it. You know, this is where we live in. I know we getting housing, but we got to have revenue too. Got to have something to pay for with it.
February is Black History Month, as everybody knows, and, Mimi Lyles has put together a calendar, and she's went around to all of the businesses in the town and got some of them to do, some discounts on certain days. And I have, that calendar, Debbie, I'm gonna get it to you and see if we can get it put on the town page and, Facebook page, so that people will be aware. Tomorrow, there will be, at Ladybug's, 10% off. And, Councilman, Mayor Pro Tem, he's doing free haircuts. Yeah, it's just a lot of different businesses, so.
Friday or Saturday, which day is it? Friday or
It's Saturday, the 14th. Yeah.
Gotta get in there between the hours of 8 and 12, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, 8 to 12.
Let
Me
me,
and you, we hook up around 7:30 though.
Well, we'll go ahead.
let me announce this to you all. I got it today, and I just thought about it. The Callaway Foundation is having the MCU Leader, Academy present Black and White as the city celebrating Afro-Americans who shape history. It's gonna be on February 22nd at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Lockout Taylor Center. So all y'all gonna have anything to come out and support us, cause this is about our youth, so we really need to have something done for our youth.
Ms. Gash, was you through before I went with Mr. Snuggs?
Yeah.
Free haircut.
Yeah, that was it, yeah, that was it. And, Chief Childers, I have seen, patrols stepped up in our neighborhood, and you might not know, you weren't here, but, we had car break-ins and, attempted, house break-ins in our neighborhood, and, your guys have really been a presence in our neighborhood, and I want you to thank them for it.
Mr. Lawrence?
Nick?
Yes,
First, I
sir.
wanna thank Nick and his guys. It was during the coldest day we had, and they was out there on Shane Boulevard. And it was cold. And I turned around and stopped, went back and thanked them. I said, I asked the guys, I said, man, I know you're cold, where your thermal, your jacket? They didn't even think about it. And I told them, I said, we're gonna work on it. But they did a good job. Chief, your guys came over there at my sister's house, but the guys didn't know that I was a town councilman, I didn't tell them either. They did a good job. And when they left, I said, that's my sister. They said, oh, you're the town councilman. I said, we don't have to worry about that. They did a good job.
Mr. Sellers?
I would say the same thing. Chief Shields, I think you got some stuff done around here that I'm very appreciative of, and y'all guys are very diligent in getting that taken care of. Same way with the water department, man, thank them for me, because when I looked through the woods and seen all them trucks on the next street, I just said, one, they were very professional, seen them do it, and I went, man, I won't have no water when I walk in. But it wasn't long, it was back on, so them guys jumped on it pretty quick. So even as councils, we fall victim to the, failing infrastructure and everything. And, other than that, I just appreciate everything everybody does, and, I know we don't hardly ever get Mr. Patrick on the spot over here. He's pretty quiet. You know, I like, if we have any, legal issues, we need to take a look at it. If you could give us a little packet or something, and keep us up to date, or abreast of anything.
I will, I absolutely will.
Thank you. I thank you for what you do. We've spoken a few times, so I do appreciate you on that.
We about the same, appreciate the, quick work streets and fire department for the ice, snow. Even some of the secondary streets was pretty quickly, taken care of. I've noticed, a lot more activity with the police department, specifically on Highway 74. Guys are doing a tremendous job as far as traffic is concerned. Proud of the work that you're doing there. And a special shout out to, Madam Clerk over there. All she does at the town hall, Mr. John Williams. Have some excellent employees at the town hall, and they work real hard for us, make sure we get things done, and I just wanna, let you know we appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't have anything. This time we need to make a motion to adjourn and then go into closed session for this.
I make a motion that we're going to closed session.
I second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Now, closed